Hello, and welcome to Principles of Marketing. I'm your Professor John Harvey, and congratulations to making it to week 2. So, week 1 is always a rough one in terms of textbooks and people getting, added or dropped or all that kind of stuff. So, hopefully you've made it through and are in the class and ready to go. The first week is kind of behind you, so congratulations. Let's move forward. All right, so in terms of schedule, this week you should be working on chapter 2 and 3 in the text, and that's going to be kind of our standard process. We're going to go through pretty much 2 chapters a week. There's a little variation, but I try and keep week 1 kind of light, just so that people can get added or deal with whatever they need to get into the course and all that. So chapter 1 was kind of an overview of marketing. Let's talk about the discussion board. So you guys did a great job with this one, with the inform and persuade and those pieces. I think you probably found that I was a little more challenging than you thought it would be, right? So, how do I encapsulate things into short words that really drum up pictures or, create some sort of action or interaction? It's really an art, there's science to it, but there's art to it too. And that's part of what I love about marketing. Words and pictures and images can evoke so much, and this is kind of that combination of business and art, in a way. And so I love that about marketing. That being said, I have to give the discussion board award. And this one is kind of a random award, but I'm going to call it the Name Association Award because there was somebody in the class named Kobe, and Kobe decided to talk about Nike. And I was like, didn't Kobe already do a sponsorship on Nike? And I was like, yeah, this is great. Great choice. So, totally unrelated, but, so the post was good. I really enjoyed it. There were a lot of good posts, but, the award this week goes to the Name Association, and it goes to Kobe. So good job, Kobe. All right. Now, I did want to talk about the assignments in the connection section. So if you were unaware, I don't know if I put it directly in the syllabus or not, but all of those little assignments that you do with the chapters, I just grade the first attempt on those. So it's important that you don't bother you could take it several times if you want to, just to kind of get the right answers and kind of learn about that. But from grading purposes, I just grade the first time you go through one of those assignments. That's my way of kind of putting a little hook into it and kind of getting you to pay a little more attention if you need to take notes or, be a little more aware, but you don't just kind of blindly click through and then just keep playing with it till you get a full score. It doesn't work that way in my class. I just look at the first attempt. So you want to be ready for that. Now, chapter 2 opens up one of my favorite topics, which is a SWOT analysis. So strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The strengths and weaknesses are really external things within a company. So the things that are strengths and weaknesses are the internal things of a company. So the things that the company does well, things that the company struggles with. The opportunities and threats are things that are outside the company. So what are things that are coming that could be beneficial? What are things that are coming that are problematic? And how are we going to address those? So this little framework is a very, very useful tool. You're actually going to use it in your marketing plans, in your marketing evaluations. But I also would challenge you that this is a great kind of self-reflection tool. So look at yourself and figure out what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what are the opportunities for you, and what are the threats in your life. and kind of, use this framework for yourself to kind of, guide what you're going to do. So every one of those quadrants has a natural set of questions that come up afterwards, right? So what are our strengths? Can we do more of that, right? What are our weaknesses? Should we embrace those and fix those, or should we outsource that and try and get help with that, right? Opportunities, which ones should we pay attention to, and threats, which ones, are the most important, short-term, long-term. It's just a great framework to kind of apply for your own life, for a business, for a family. It's just such a universal tool. So as you're going through this in the discussion board, and they talk about it in the chapter, I want to challenge you to not just think about it in terms of business, which is good, but also think of it for your personal life. This is a good little exercise to walk through for yourself. All right, guys, with that, have a great week. I look forward to reading your discussion boards and interacting with you. Reach out if you need anything, and until then, I'll talk to you soon. All right.